So, you think you know about weird countries, right? You've heard of Sealand, that rusty platform off the English coast, claiming to be a nation? Cute! But hold on to your hats, folks, because I'm about to introduce you to a country made of, wait for it, water. Yes, water. Not land, not oil rigs, not even a particularly charismatic seagull. Nauru, the world's smallest island nation, once tried to pull off the most ambitious, ridiculous, and frankly hilarious international prank of all time, creating a fake country out of thin, well, seawater. Stick around, because this story has it all. Desperate politicians, questionable passports, and enough international confusion to make your head spin. First, a little geography lesson. Picture the Pacific Ocean, the largest and deepest of Earth's oceanic divisions, covering more than 63 million square miles. Now picture it again, but this time imagine losing your contact lens in it. It's almost impossible to find, right? That's how tiny Nauru is in the grand scheme of things. That's basically where you'll find Nauru, a tiny dot of land, barely bigger than a postage stamp, nestled in the central Pacific. It's one of the smallest countries in the world, both in terms of land area and population. For a while, Nauru was rolling in it, thanks to its plentiful phosphate deposits. This phosphate, formed from centuries of bird droppings, was a gold mine for the island. Think bird poop, but the kind that makes farmers very, very happy, and Nauru very, very rich. The island's economy boomed, and for a brief period, Nauru had one of the highest per capita incomes in the world. But like all good things, the phosphate ran out, leaving Nauru in a bit of a pickle. The once lush and green island was left scarred and barren, a stark reminder of the environmental cost of mining. What do you do when your island paradise turns into an ecological and economic disaster zone? The people of Nauru faced a harsh reality. Their primary source of income was gone, and their land was devastated. If you're Nauru, you get creative. The islanders had to think outside the box to find new ways to sustain their economy and rebuild their community. And by creative, I mean you invent a whole new country out of thin air, or rather thin water. Nauru explored various unconventional methods to generate revenue, from offshore banking to hosting refugee detention centers, showcasing their resilience and ingenuity in the face of adversity. Enter the Republic of the Sea, a bold and imaginative concept that emerged from the depths of desperation. In the early 2000s, with their economy circling the drain and no viable solutions in sight, the tiny island nation of Nauru found itself at a crossroads. The government, faced with mounting debt and dwindling resources, needed a plan so audacious, so outlandish that it could only have been cooked up by politicians with nothing left to lose. They were in a situation where conventional methods had failed, and it was time to think outside the box. Their brilliant idea: declare a massive chunk of the Pacific Ocean as their own independent nation, complete with its own government, passports, and of course the potential for sweet, sweet foreign investment. This new entity, they hoped, would attract businesses and investors from around the world, eager to take advantage of the unique opportunities it presented. They called it the Republic of the Sea, and on paper it kind of made sense. The idea was to create a new jurisdiction that could offer favorable conditions for businesses, free from the constraints and regulations of traditional countries. It was a bold move, but one that they believed could turn their fortunes around. Nauru, being a small island nation, has a surprisingly large exclusive economic zone, giving them control over a vast swathe of ocean surrounding their territory. This zone, rich in marine resources and strategically located, was seen as a valuable asset that could be leveraged to attract foreign investment. The plan was to attract foreign businesses, especially those dodgy ones looking to operate outside the pesky rules and regulations of actual countries. By offering a haven for these enterprises, Nauru hoped to generate much-needed revenue and create new economic opportunities for its citizens. Think shady shipping companies, tax-dodging corporations, the whole shebang. The Republic of the Sea was envisioned as a place where the usual rules didn't apply, a wild west of the ocean where anything was possible. It was a gamble, but for Nauru it was a risk worth taking. The stakes were high, but so were the potential rewards. And in desperate times, desperate measures are sometimes the only option. Of course, every self-respecting nation needs citizens, right? Well, the Republic of the Sea wasn't too picky. They started dishing out passports like candy on Halloween, offering citizenship to anyone willing to cough up a few $1,000s. Now, you might be thinking, John, who in their right mind would buy a passport for a made-up country? Well, apparently quite a few people. The allure of a passport that could potentially get you past customs with a wink and a nudge was too good to resist for some. Never mind the fact that the Republic of the Sea didn't actually have any customs officials or borders or, land. Section 5. The Republic's government more shell than substance. No fake country would be complete without an equally fake government. And the Republic of the Sea didn't disappoint. They appointed a president, a cabinet, and even a national bank. Of course, it's hard to take a government seriously when its ministers are mostly Nauruan officials pulling double duty, and its national bank is, well, let's just say its assets were a little on the liquid side. But hey, they had a website and a catchy national anthem, probably, so that's got to count for something, right? Section 6, international recognition. Don't make me laugh. Here's where the plan started to spring a few leaks, or rather, get swamped by a tidal wave of reality. Unsurprisingly, the international community wasn't exactly lining up to roll out the red carpet for the Republic of the Sea. Established nations, with their pesky laws and regulations, weren't thrilled about the prospect of a rogue state operating in international waters. And the United Nations, well, let's just say they didn't exactly rush to add the Republic of the Sea to their Christmas card list. Section 7. The jig is up. The short life and strange death of the Republic. Like a ship taking on water faster than a stand-up comedian at an open mic night, the Republic of the Sea began to sink. The money from passport sales wasn't enough to keep the charade afloat, and the international community, well, they weren't buying it. By the mid-2000s, the Republic of the Sea had quietly vanished beneath the waves, leaving behind a legacy of confusion, amusement, and a few very awkward passport holders. Section 8. Lessons from a fake country, Nauru's legacy of audacity. So what can we learn from the short, strange life of the Republic of the Sea? Well, for starters, desperation can lead to some truly wacky ideas. But on a more serious note, Nauru's audacious, albeit misguided, attempt to game the system highlights the very real struggles faced by small island nations in an increasingly globalized world. Nauru's story is a reminder that sometimes even the most outlandish ideas can spark important conversations about international law, economic inequality, and the power dynamics that shape our world. Section 9, conclusion. Cheers to boldness and a good laugh. So the next time you're feeling down about the state of the world, remember the Republic of the Sea. This whimsical, imaginary nation was born out of a desire to escape the mundane and embrace the extraordinary. Remember the tiny island nation that dared to dream big, a place where creativity and humor knew no bounds. Even if those dreams involved fake countries and passports to nowhere, it was a testament to the power of imagination and the human spirit. It's a story that reminds us that sometimes laughter is the best response to absurdity. In a world often filled with chaos and confusion, finding humor can be a powerful way to cope. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, hidden somewhere in the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, the spirit of the Republic of the Sea lives on. It could be a symbol of hope and resilience, a reminder that even in the most unlikely places, joy can be found. Or maybe it's just a bunch of fish, swimming in their own world, oblivious to the human antics above, going about their fishy business, living their lives in the serene underwater world, blissfully unaware of the human shenanigans happening above the surface. They remind us of the simplicity and beauty of life beneath the waves. Either way, I'll drink to that. Here's to boldness, creativity, and the joy of a good laugh. Cheers!